Welcome to Lesson 13 about the Zamboanga Peninsula and Northern Mindanao regions of our course on Philippine culture and tourism geography. Today, we will explore the dynamic Zamboanga Peninsula and Northern Mindanao regions. These regions are not only geographically diverse but also rich in culture, tourism potential, and culinary delights. Let us uncover their unique geographical profiles, cultural identity, and contributions to Philippine tourism. By the end of this lesson, students should be able to, one, understand the geographic and political profiles of the Zamboanga Peninsula and Northern Mindanao regions, including their key tourist attractions and cultural highlights. Number two, identify the unique local products, cuisines, and programs like the OTOP and YAMI programs that promote tourism and local entrepreneurship in these regions. Now, let's take a look at the area and location or the geographic profile of these two regions. When we say Zamboanga Peninsula, it is actually Region 9. And it is composed of Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur, Zamboanga Sibugay, and the city of Zamboanga. Not to mention also, of course, the city of Pagadian and Dipolog and others. Bordered by the Sulu Sea to the north, Moro Gulf to the south, and connected to Mindanao mainland via the Isthmus of Tucuran. Known for its coastal landscapes and diverse marine biodiversity. Now, how about Northern Mindanao, which is actually Region 10? It is composed of Bukidnon, Camiguin, Lanao del Norte, Misamis Occidental, Misamis Oriental, and Cagayan de Oro City as the regional center. The region is geographically diverse with volcanic islands, plateaus, and waterfalls. It is rich in agricultural resources, particularly pineapple and coconut plantations. Now let's take a look at the people of these two regions. Zamboanga Peninsula is predominantly inhabited by Chabacano-speaking communities with a mix of Tausug, Sama, Bajau, and Sobanon indigenous groups. And in northern Mindanao, it has a multicultural population of Visayans, Higaonons, and Maranaos. Both regions exhibit a blend of Christian, Muslim, and indigenous beliefs, reflected in their festivals and traditions. Now, let's take a look at the political profile. As far as Zamboanga Peninsula is concerned, the major cities include Zamboanga City, known as Asia's Latin City, and Dipolog City, the Orchid City. And Northern Mindanao has key urban centers such as Cagayan de Oro, known as the City of Golden Friendship, and Iligan City, known as the City of Majestic Waterfalls. Both regions, namely Regions 9 and 10, play strategic roles in trade, agriculture, and tourism development in Mindanao. Now, how to get there? One is by air. We have direct flights to Zamboanga International Airport and Laguindingan Airport in Cagayan de Oro, or the Cagayan de Oro Airport. And we have also smaller airports in Dipolog, Pagadian, and Osamis. We can also go there by sea. We have regular ferries that connect Manila, Cebu, and Visayas ports to Zamboanga, Cagayan de Oro, and Camiguin. And also, of course, by land. Well-connected bus routes link neighboring provinces within Mindanao. Now, what are the tourist attractions in the Zamboanga Peninsula region? We have, of course, Fort Pilar and del Mar in Zamboanga City, the Great Santa Cruz Island, wherein we can see the Pink Sand Beach, the Dakak Park and Beach Resort in Dapitan City, and also the Rizal Shrine in the same city of Dapitan. Now, how about the tourist attractions in northern Mindanao? In this region, we have, of course, the well-known Maria Cristina Falls in Iligan City, the White Sand in Camiguin, the Hilayan Adventure Park in Bukidnon, and the Divine Mercy Shrine in El Salvador, Misamis Oriental. Now, let's proceed to the YAMI program of these two regions. When we say YAMI program of these two regions, the objective is to promote local food and culinary experiences as key tourism attractions. So the highlights of the YAMI program in these two regions are Zamboanga's Curacha, Spanner Crab, and Knickerbocker Dessert. And in northern Mindanao, we have Cagayan de Oro's pastel bread and Camiguin's lanzones bread based treats. Then how about culture and handicrafts in these two regions? In the Zamboanga Peninsula, the region is actually known for the intricate weaves of Yakan textiles, the metal crafts and beadwork among the Subanon Artins, which are actually prominent. And in northern Mindanao, we have Bukidnon's traditional crafts that include woven mats and wood carvings. And it is worthy to note that the Pagana Maranao showcases Maranao artistry and brassware. Now, let's proceed to the cuisines and pasalubong in these two regions. When you visit Zamboanga City, don't go home without having sufficient experience with their best-known Curacha, the Zamboanga white sauce, and Alavar's sauce. And for pasalubong, you may consider Spanish-inspired chocolates and dried fish, which are very cheap. And in northern Mindanao, try to have experience with Camiguin's pastel, which is actually a custard-filled buns, and lanzones candies. And of course, Bukidnon's pineapple-based jams and pastries. Now, what are the auto program of the DTI for these two regions? For the Zamboanga Peninsula, the focus is on food products like smoked fish and bottled sauces, handwoven Yakan products as priority items. And in northern Mindanao, they feature processed fruit products, handmade crafts, and Maranao-inspired home decor. The region also emphasizes community-based enterprises for tourism sustainability. Now, as our takeaway, we need to be reminded that the Zamboanga Peninsula and Northern Mindanao regions stand as vibrant examples of how geographic diversity, cultural heritage, and local entrepreneurship can harmonize to boost tourism. From breathtaking attractions to mouth-watering cuisines, these two regions are treasures waiting to be explored. So as we celebrate their rich identity, let us also champion sustainable tourism practices to preserve their unique charm for future generations. So for references, we have also provided for any further exploration that you would like for these two regions. So next meeting, we will proceed to the penultimate lesson that we have, that is lesson 14 about the Davao and South Central Mindanao regions. So let's continue our journey across the archipelago to celebrate the richness of Philippine culture and geography. Thank you and see you then.